Hi, it's Saturday, 19th of May 2018 at 10:15 a.m. Well, things are slowly starting to grind ahead with the ladies. It's starting to come around. I was I was watching one of Fat's vids last night on his sprayer. Um, he did a vid from his sprayer, on his farm. And I was looking at it, and I was listening to it, and I thought, pity you're not just showing us the farm rather than just you. Um, I just, for no other reason, just thought it'd be interesting. Um, but and I was sitting there thinking, I was thinking about the friend club, I was thinking about AB, and I thought, look, there you go. There's a guy that's he's going to, at the end of the day, he's going to be sick and tired of it. You'll come home, and you probably think, oh, I just wouldn't mind having a cup of coffee with someone, and he could just go to his computer and go, hey, you want up for a cup of coffee, AB, or someone like that, okay? And I thought, why does he want to pay $5 for a cup of coffee, for 2 cups of coffee? And I thought, what's wrong with $2? And I don't know, just because whenever I think of ideas, I think of what I would spend, what I would want. Sometimes you just feel like having a cup of coffee, but $5, it's just like, I don't know, maybe $5 is not a lot of money to a lot of you, but to me it adds up. So I thought, oh, bugger it. No, 1 cup. What's wrong with just 1 cup? I suppose the only thing is that PayPal have a 30-cent fee on it, so she loses that out. But I thought, look, she's a farm girl herself, AB, okay? And the minimum weight there, which what she's not a farm girl. She lives in the town, but she works on a farm. Sorry, okay. When she, that's how she earns her money. She has to go and work in the fields, and they'll get about 450 pesos. Let's say $8 Aussie, maybe $6 US or something like that. I don't know. I haven't worked it out for a day's work. And here I am thinking, she's got to get $5 for to have 2 cups of coffee. So it's. I really think a lot of the problem with us guys is with us guys. We sort of get it in mind that no, that wouldn't be right. No, we couldn't just get buy 1 cup of coffee. That's no, you'd have to buy 2. And then a meal on top of that. Before you know it, becomes a $30 date, and you go, gosh, I'm not going to do that. And the whole point of this is to make it so cheap, so accessible. Is stuff it. I feel like a cup of coffee with somebody, bang, yeah, hi, what you doing? Yeah, I'm up for a cup of coffee, or a can of Coke, or a hamburger, or something, whatever you feel like. But it's cheap, doesn't cost you anything. So Fats would come in, after spraying, in a shit of a day, have a cup of coffee. You might buy her a second and say, oh, you feel like a beer, or you want to have a meal with me? I'm gonna make something. You want to get something organised? Could do. I don't know. It's up to him. Or they could go even further. So it's somewhere between lady drinks, and oh, I don't know. It's but there's the same idea of lady drinks. All right. It's only they're the bar owner. Normally they only get a commission from the bar, but in this case they are the bar owner. So that's the idea of it. So the way I see it, the big problem is, I'm going to say, I haven't met a woman who actually knows what to do with us to keep us happy or anything else. So I've changed my web page. I've added a couple of slides to the slider. I think slide number 7, slide number 8, and I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. Have a look at it. But basically, the first one is the change is no commitment necessary. And I've said that the date, if she likes you, if she's interested, she'll be inquisitive about you. And I said, she'll ask you things like, where are you living, who are you living with, how did you get in that situation, and what are your plans? You're going to stay there, you're going to get out of it, what are you going to do? Yeah, and I thought, and that'll be a way. So all she has to do is she can just open the web page and ask you those questions, because she's speechless, right? She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know how to have a conversation. So I thought I'd just come up with something really simple, that I thought, well, yeah, if she ever asked me that, I would be interested. That way I talk or you talk, or, she gets us talking. And we've got somebody to talk to, all right? And we're sort of paying for it. It's not a shrink, it's not a psychologist, It's sort of like an exchange of, you sit there and Well, I mean, what's the difference between prostitution? You know, you'd lie there while I have sex. Basically, you sit there while I talk. It's. I mean, I get it from this channel. I talk about all my plans, my ideas, what's in my mind. You know, from the channel. But in the second page, I say, you know, if you know if she's good and she can hook you and get you to a second date, and then you know she finds out you know how your plans are progressing. You know what you've been you know thinking about. You know who's on your mind, what's on your mind. You know what's giving you the shits in life type of thing. I mean, she'd be a bit rough at first, I imagine, but that's it. That's the way I would see she could actually have a day. I think you'd enjoy it. You know, someone actually showing an interest in you, and yeah, no need to feel guilty. You don't. Yeah, I mean, feel free to you know find out about her, or not, but in a sense, she's being paid to listen to you. Okay, so you've got somebody to talk to, somebody, and you know either one of them will keep a mental note of you know where you're up to, what you're doing, you know how did that go, what's going, you know, and get to know you that way. But I really don't think they have any idea of how to do it. You know, so I've told them, you know, and they can open the web page. You know, they don't do it. Just tell them to do it. The next question you've got to ask me is this, and they go, "Oh, okay, sorry." I mean, if we don't train them, nobody will. All right, but I was even talking on the channel yesterday, and I was saying, look, eventually, and it won't be in the too distant future, we'll be getting robots to do exactly this. The robots won't be free. You know, we'll have to pay for them. But they will be doing exactly this. They'll be programmed to give us what we want, and we'll buy them. Okay, that's what will happen. I don't know how many guys have actually said, I can't wait, you know, for the day that I can, you know, robots are affordable. I've got company. I've got, you know, just everything I want. So what, in a sense, what I'm trying to do is get in front of robots, you know, and do it with people. Just say, look, here, you're getting paid. This is roughly what you should do. You know, flavour it up any which way you want, but I'll give you a guide as to how to do it. I know it sounds mercenary and everything else, but the free system isn't working. You know, it's just, look at it. You know, all we get is argument and put down and, you know, demonised. You know, it's like, you know, bad robots, really. So what I've said to AB is, yeah, that's it. Just one cup of coffee, and if I'll start them, I'll shout, you know, the first dates. I think you know, Captain Bob's got a bit sick at the moment. He's got a stomach bug, but I might get you, Rox, to do it. Don't know yet. Your accent might be a bit thick. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never spoken to you, but I don't know whether to start with you. I sort of thought Captain Bob would be more patient. Might give it a day or two and see what happens, but yeah, it just, look, you know, the idea is just, yeah, you want a cup of coffee. Yeah, that could turn into a hamburger, could turn into a lot more. You know, it's up to you, whether you like it, whether she likes you, and the whole thing. But, you know, I woke up this morning, because I was thinking also about what Fats said last night in his videos, talking about he doesn't like people, you know, using him for money. And I thought, yeah, I can sort of see what you mean when it comes, you know, when you know, some friend's trying to flog you some, you know, some herb, or, you know, remedy for something like that, you go, oh God, or some service that you don't want, it's sort of not related. But I don't look at it that way. I sort of think, no, this is sort of like, I'm trying to, for example, I'll give you a quick example, the chooks that I feed, all right? Yeah, I started off feeding pigeons. I thought, this is a bit expensive. Then the chooks came along, and I thought, oh my God, Father, this is becoming very expensive. But then someone said, why don't you build a cage and they lay the eggs? So, okay, I built the cage, and eventually they started laying eggs. Oh, this is okay. So they're paying for their food and with eggs, and also the pigeons are getting to eat free. I thought, this is a nice little system. Plus I was giving some eggs to the owners of the chooks. So everybody was happy, except for the guy up the road who, they went and dug up his tomatoes, but anyway, he chased him down the road. Yeah, you never catch a chook, I can tell you that. Yeah, but anyway, so lately they've started upping their production. I can't keep up with the eggs, so I thought, I'll give a few to Neville across the road. And I dropped them off there, and I came back and I thought, bugger it. Now, why don't I do him a deal? So I thought I could tell him, but no, I email it. So I said, look, I've dropped some eggs off. I've got got an idea for you, Neville. Why don't we, I just keep giving you eggs, okay? They're normally 25 cents in the shop, but I'll give these to you for 12 cents each, half price, all right? Okay, and they're not those caged eggs that no, these eggs laid by chickens personally. All right, they're really good, really fresh, just really the best. And okay, but we'll stock it up until we get to 150. Then you buy me a bottle of that delicious moonshine whiskey that you drink. And he loved the idea. He thought it was funny. But I thought, see what I'm saying? It's money involved, but it's. I could just give him the money and he could go and buy the moonshine for me. But it's just doing something together. And this is how I see AB. She's a friend, okay? Okay, so, and she could, she could become friends with, all you guys. She's, a really likeable sort of woman. But this is where we sort of have a friendship, a bit of this, bit of that, and sort of mix in a whole system. It's not really a money-making deal. I can't spend a lot more time on it because it's taking too much time, but it's not really about just making money. It's about, I don't know, even if we've got somebody to complain about on the channel. Okay? Because I'll get up to all sorts of bloody missions, but it doesn't matter. They're damn cheap. It's not like they're not going to take your house and your children and your car or anything like that. They'll get up to mischief. There's no doubt, but it's going to cost you $2. Who cares? You know what I mean? So then we can have a laugh about it and sort of build them into the channel perhaps, or into the sort of our little community. There's a community within a community going on here. It's like we're a suburb of mgtow. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. It's I know it's all over the place, and I apologise for that. But yeah, I'll let it just go a day or two. And I think maybe Rocks, Joss the cat. I'm after you too. I think you need to have a bit of fun occasionally. And we'll just see what happens, and others that'll come up. If you're interested, let me know. I think what I'll do to start off with is I'll buy them the first cup of coffee to have with you, and if you want to buy them a second one, you go ahead. Or if you want another date or something. I don't know what the internet's going to be like. It's pretty shit, and it's often raining. She can't come on, so yeah. But that's the idea. It's sort of like, and look, just on a closing note, will some of you others start considering making videos? It's really good, seeing faces, and I get a bit tired of just talking to faceless people. Even if it's not your face on it, even if you just do what Fats did. Like in his first one, he was driving his sprayer down the road, intimidating people. Just do that. Just so at least, and we can, like Joss has done a couple. You have a look at Joss the cat's vids. They're just, of his area and that sort of thing, where he lives and whatever. But it's a bit of something, okay? It gives us a bit of, what I mean? It's like get on cam, show something, just start the process. Yeah, we build a sort of little group. Okay, it's been good talking to you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.